Hi, friends. Today's podcast will be an appeal to anyone who wants to hear me, because I feel like I have finally figured out. I have finally figured out this truth. And that truth is we have all been created like a masterpiece, like the highest possible way of creation that you can imagine. And and the reason why I want to say this is because so many of us struggle to find who we really are. Why are we here? What we're meant to be here? What is the purpose? What is the sense of all of this, right? And I spent 27, 28, well, 30 years really of my life searching for all of those answers, searching for all of those answers of why I was adopted, why I wasn't loved, or why I wasn't this, why I wasn't that. All the way asking the wrong questions and keep getting the wrong answers. And if you are in that position, or if you're in that state, and if you're struggling, and if you're trying to find the sense, finding why and all of this, consider this option. Consider this, that our lives, the way that we've been created, is already a masterpiece, meaning the way of who we are, the way of how we are created by our parents is already a masterpiece. And the reason why I say a masterpiece is because I think for many of us, masterpiece is something that is like the highest level of human creation, highest level of human admiration, the highest level of uniqueness that does not exist anywhere in the world. The one time only creation that mesmerizes us, that makes us ask lots of questions as how it is possible, and keep admiring, keep studying, keep looking at, keep loving it. That's a masterpiece for me. And the same way, I feel that our lives have been created that way, meaning the way we are now, the way we are created is that masterpiece that was created by our parents, by God, universe, whoever you believe. And the reason why we are a masterpiece already, I have realized, is because if you think about it, we have been studying human beings, human brain, human heart, all of our organs for generations, right? We have been studying who we are, how we can think, what we can create for generations, for like thousands and thousands of years. And we have been doing it, and we still keep exploring things of what's possible. We still keep exploring things of how we think, or what are the ways we think? What are the ways that we create magic, wonders? What are the ways that we create masterpieces in our lives, right? We've been studying it for however long we know each other, however long we know humanity exists. So, think of it this way. If you're struggling in your life of accepting who you are, or accepting your body, or accepting some parts of your personality, whatever it is, what if the only reason why you're struggling is because you're not accepting this masterpiece is you? What if you're not accepting who you are, that you are already created masterpiece? I mean, if you ask your parents, they would probably find like billions of reasons why you are amazing, right? You would probably also dismiss most of them or all of them, saying, well, obviously that's what parents do. But I have been fortunate with two parents, one adoptive and the other biological, and they both tell me all the things that are amazing about me. And at times I believe and at times I don't. But what I know to be exactly true is that my life has been exponentially better, exponentially more amazing ever since I started accepting myself, ever since I started realizing that who I am is already great. Who I am is already worthy. Who I am is already how unique, and that's amazing. And the same goes for you. We all, each of us, are individually so unique that there is no one like us in the world. We have been created in like the most magical ways within another human being. And if we have all of that already, and then if we recognize that if we have all the things that we want within us, right, all the tools that we can ever imagine, all of the infinite tools that we have within us, to now start designing that life as a masterpiece. So imagine yourself like being the masterpiece already, accepting you who you are and exploring all the amazingness that's happening within you that you may never have even explored because you were so busy trying to refuse yourself, trying to reject yourself, trying to go against how you've been created or how your life is. If you have been doing a lot of that and like struggling, and once you start accepting and like, wait a minute, what if this is how I'm created? This is the unique me. Let me explore all the tools that I have within me. Not all the tools outside existing, even though they are amazing. And I'm happy that we have lots of examples of that, masterpiece examples that we can admire, we can study, we can go for generations, pass it on, and say, this is what the human creation is. Now let's take that type of examples and say, what if we can create it in our lives? What if our lives, each of our individual lives, meant to be a masterpiece? Think about it. What if each of our lives meant to be the masterpiece that we get to live in the 100-year period, right? And if we have 100-year period, and if we, let's say, keep searching for lots of answers in the first 30 years, okay, the first quarter is over, it's fine. But then we got the main lesson, which is, what if the masterpiece is our body, our brains? What if the masterpiece creation is all of the infinite tools and wisdom within us? And now we spend another 70 years starting to design, starting to develop, and starting to explore how that is in our own lives. In other words, creating our lives as masterpieces. In other words, not only struggling and surviving or always thinking of how to live best or worrying about it and all of these things, not only doing that or maybe not doing that at all, but going for, what if our lives is supposed to be a masterpiece in the genuine, amazing way we can think of? And how do we get to create that masterpiece for us, right? How do we get to create that uniqueness, that creativeness, that amazingness, that admirable, worthy, like passing on for generations wisdom that we can create, that we can influence others, that we can offer to others, not only to ourselves, and offer to others and share with others, connect with others. And not only that, but also another amazing thing is we get to talk to so many other masterpieces in our lives, right? And getting to know them, getting to know how they see the world, getting to know how we see the world, and getting to know how we can both see the world in different ways and then create the masterpieces together. And then we create it in such a way that it can be passed on for generations, like the way that we have now the masterpieces of the past centuries. And all of them can be done simply because we have the tools within us. And this is the part that I love about our human ingenuity, human creation, is that we have everything inside us already. We get to, of course, explore a lot of them through education, through work experience, through traveling, through connection with other people, right? And that's how it's supposed to be. But also, we can also get to know them consciously studying ourselves, consciously and on purpose, like getting so curious about, I wonder what else I have inside me that I don't know that it exists, right? What else I have that I haven't even explored? And what are the ways that I can explore so that I can create things for the benefit of myself, that I can create for the benefit of others, for my children, for my family members, for my friends, for my community, for the people I love. How can we do that? And imagine that if you already considered and admired yourself as a masterpiece that has so much to study, so much to offer, so much wisdom to communicate to you, how would you do that? How would you explore yourself? How would you explore, not in the egoistic or, I don't know, narcissistic or whatever the way that many people want to scare us to do? That's not what I'm saying. And I know you know it. The way I'm saying it is, let's explore ourselves to find out what are the ways we think, how are the ways we feel, and how are the ways those feelings vibrate in our bodies. What do they make us do things, and what do they make us not do things? And why is that? How is that possible that we have all of the tools of commitment, determination, and whatever skill that we can develop? It's all within us. And all we get to do is explore them. And all we get to do to explore and start making it a reality, right? Start making it like, this is what it exists within me. Now it exists outside of me. How crazy and how amazing is that? And we have all the tools outside to be sharing with each other, to be igniting that within each other, to be moving each other in the best possible human way. And I would love for you to consider my message, to consider my appeal that let's spend the time on the creativeness, the highest level of creativeness that we have within, that we are the way we are. Let's start exploring it from that perspective, from the perspective of getting curious as to who we are, who we get to be, what we're capable of, what else can we create, what else can we experience and create in the world. And let's get curious and spend more time and energy on that rather than trying to continuously looking at how to fix XYZ or how to worry about this or how to do the next thing, the next to do, and next whatever, so that we get to where. So We have the realization that, well, at least I have the realization that I am created the masterpiece level way, just like you all are, just like you, each of you are. And if we recognize and if we approach from that perspective, and then we get to then design our lives, live our lives for the purposes of making our lives masterpieces, how would we do it? Where we would start? And I would love to give you a few ideas so that it doesn't become a very abstract concept to only think about, to inspire, and then leave it there. I would love to give you a few ideas. So first, accept and recognize the amazing creation that you are, the amazing way that you've been created by your parents, by God, by universe, whoever you believe. And now that you are created, now you are in the world, and now you are doing all the things or being all the ways. Now let's get to exploring and finding out what are the ways that we can contribute to our own lives? What are the ways we can contribute to the lives of other people with the best intentions of being useful, creating that masterpiece or sharing that masterpiece, the wisdom, whatever we have, moving ourselves towards that creative process, moving ourselves towards that giving and creating that abundance within us. And therefore you can start then exploring how your feelings, how your inner wisdom is coming out. Get to explore that and start allowing them to share the the masterpiece. Share, allow them the feelings and the wisdom that you have within, allow them to start creating that masterpiece in your life, making your life a masterpiece. And then your action will start happening. You will start behaving in the way that is really true to you because you're allowing all of the wisdom within you to lead the way. And then you will experience outcomes, results that you never imagined was possible. And the reason I'm saying it is that that's exactly, I feel, how my life has been. I have been experiencing outcomes, results in my life that I never thought it was possible. So if I can do it, you know how it goes. You can do it too. And that's really what I want you to do and spend the weekend brainstorming, fantasizing, and all the things of how you get to create your life as a masterpiece because you are already a masterpiece. And now you get to use all of those tools to create the life that matches the masterpiece that is you. Okay, my dears, have an amazing weekend.